I think we get started. Someone can stay in the business for a very long time, but needs to be reminded, yet he knows the link and has been present for some very good time in the business. I think we get started. It's on YouTube. Someone can stay in the business for a very long time. All right. I hope the feedback has gone. Someone can be in the business for a very long time and every day needs to be reminded, put the link for me, put the link for me, put the link for me. So, but today, I will not put the link anywhere. Yes, I will not put the link anywhere. I'm going to start teaching because, when people stay long in business, we really expect them to think differently. I personally expect that there should be a different mindset. I can maybe only share the link to new groups that I've created, but all the people in the business are you find people looking for me. You no longer share the link. You should always put it in our chat every day. The longer you stay in the business, the longer I change my approach. The longer I stay in the business, the longer I change my approach. When you stay longer in the business, you are expected to have a different approach. Okay. Me, I usually share the links to new groups only. All the groups you expected to know, but at this time, this keeps on happening and you adjust as simple as that. And if you can't adjust, then you can't be a leader because nobody has the link at his fingertip. But because I see someone is here complaining, nobody has. It is the same link already. You just need to master the time, keep the link to yourself, and be opening it. As simple as that. But these issues of I expect, those issues should be not thought about. Okay, let's see. Let me share my screen and definitely we get started. Let me share my screen and definitely. Uh, okay, so we are still going into technical analysis, and we basically We are now going practical. If you can see my screen, give me one in the chat. If you can see my screen, give me one in the chat. There is now more money in the market than ever before. There's now more money in the market, more signals. The market now is very easy to trade, having made a strong reversal to the downside. Very easy now to trade. Very, very easy. Even now, a blind person can make a lot of profit. Very, very easy. Very easy to trade. Okay, so we are going to look at support and resistance. So it's now very, very easy for anybody to trade and make a lot of profit. Even if you are not trading, you could pick any coin that is volatile good and trade. No, it's very easy. Yeah, even if someone is not good at trading, you can even give a signal. Okay, so we are going to start drawing support and resistance. And since we have looked at all the different candlestick chart patterns, before I get there, you can all see I need some answers in the chat. What pressure candlestick chart pattern is this? What pressure candlestick chart pattern is this? Some answers in the chat. What pressure candlestick chart pattern is that? Some answers in the chat. What pressure candlestick chart pattern is that? Some answers in the chat. What pressure candlestick chart pattern is that? What pressure candlestick chart pattern is that? What pressure candlestick chart pattern is this? Okay. You just need to be able to differentiate. But although it's a selling pressure candlestick chart pattern, we said that pin bars or hammers represent what in the market? As in the chart, pin bars and hammers represent what in the market? Pin bars and hammers represent what in the market? Pin bars and hammers represent what in the market? Thank you. Reversal. That's the answer I'm looking. Now I'm not looking at any. Okay. What is the name of this candlestick chart pattern? A candlestick that has what general name do we give to such a candlestick? Some answers in the chat. What name do we give to such a candlestick? Some answers in the chat. Thank you. It's a neutral candle. What do neutral candles represent? What do neutral candles represent in the market? Some answers in the chat. What do neutral candles represent in the market? Some answers in the chat. Thank you. They represent a continuation. They represent a continuation. Okay. What's the name of this candlestick and which pressure does it represent? What is the name of that candlestick and which pressure does it represent? What is the name of that candlestick and which pressure? What is the name of that candlestick and which pressure does it represent? Thank you. Thank you. It's a doji and it represents selling pressure. Okay. All right. I'm still on the same topic. What is the name of this candlestick and what pressure does it represent in the market? What is the name of that candlestick and what pressure does it represent in the market? Someone is here in my chat saying, you are just annoying me. Go to the next topic. I'm not here to annoy you, anyone. Me, I'm not here to annoy anyone. Me, I'm not here to annoy anyone. Me, I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do. By the way, my mindset is very different that I don't care. So when trying to come in my direct chat, just know I don't care. Me, I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do. Only the rest is none of my business. What's the name of this candle? Okay, you could leave the name, but what does this represent in the marketplace? These two candles are different. I know it might be confusing. These two candles are different, with this one that has a smaller body but a longer wick on top, the longer wick at the bottom. These two are not the same. This one has a bigger body with a wick at the top and a wick at the bottom, which we call a continuation of candlestick chart pattern, like this one. By the way, like this one. But a candle with a small body, but two long wicks, a different name, different representation. Let me see in the chart. Change of market structure, a little bit close. Continuation of an uptrend, no, that's not a neutral candle. Well, it means that I still have a long journey to go. But I'll just take you back to what I discussed yesterday. Because unless, ladies and gentlemen, you can interpret, let me stop sharing my screen. Unless you can interpret, first on fact, I'm not here to lie anyone. Unless you can interpret candles without lines or anything, trading becomes very hard for you. Because if you can't interpret, you can't trade. Why, Julius? Because drawing support and resistance lines is nothing if you can't interpret the meaning of the meaning of the candles. As I show on my screen again, uh, I'm doing my other responsibility. So check your charts. As I share my screen again, I'm also doing my other part. Please check your charts. As I do my work, as I share my screen, please check your charts. As I share my screen, please check your charts. Okay. Okay, as I share my screen, please check your charts. Okay, let me just okay, so I hope you are done with that stuff. I'm just giving in 1 more minute. I hope you are done with setting up trades because Canva is out for those who traded yesterday. Let's share. All right. I want you to put your focus on these few candles here. Just a little bit. It is not. This is a neutral candle. This is a trend reversal. This is also a trend reversal. If you look at this candle, it it has a very long wick. The wick down is longer than the wick on top. And it's a trend reversal, this one. When you look at this other candle, it has a very long wick on the top with a little bit shorter wick at the bottom. And this is almost equal to a doji, but a doji is a plus sign, but this one has a small body. But then this one is a trend reversal. Very important. But when you go to these other red candles, the same aspect. This is a trend reversal. This is a trend reversal. One shows the effect of the buyers, one shows the effect of the sellers. The color is just the open and the close. This is a neutral candle. But if you look at these very clearly, you'll find that this one has a high selling pressure. You see that this is a little bit longer than this one. I don't know if I'm making sense to someone. And it's a trend reversal. But then you see this one, It just has the body. It almost is a plus sign. Just that for it has a body, whether green or red. These are trend reversals. This is like a doji. Sorry, this is like a doji, but these are trend reversal, high selling pressure. Very important. There must be ability to interpret. But let's now get into why we are here, drawing support and resistance. First step, be able to look at a candle at a higher time frame. Okay, you look at a certain candle at a higher time frame. Let me pick this so that get a clear picture. There are so many opportunities now in the market, but there are so many. Okay, now this is a 4-hour chart. This is a 4-hour chart. The first step is there will be ability of read of candles. This was a neutral continuation candle. This was an indecision. You look well. This is a buying pressure candlestick chart pattern. It's an inverted. I don't know that it's a hammer, but you can see it. And then we have this one, whereby this is a little bit longer. You can see it here. Then we have this, and then we have these. All these candles here are trying to show that there is a certain pressure that is happening in the market. And then we can see, because if this was a red candle, there should be interpretation in the market. If this was a red candle that opened from here, moved up to here.
Please reshare your screen, my leader. You need to reshare your screen.
You cannot see.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen, or it is him with that problem?
Again.
Okay. Let me come again. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah. Good.
Right, so there should be, thank you, sir, candle interpretation. There is this that shows this is a full beam red candle. Followed this, which is a continuation candle. It's a neutral candle that has a wick at the top, wick at the bottom. Shows continuation of a downtrend. There is this that now speaks. It's a spinning top. It shows that the market is in decision. Then there is this. There's this hammer here. Then there is this. This hammer shows buying pressure. Then there is this. Then there is this. Then there is this. This looks like a gravestone doji, but generally it has a body, which makes it known to be a gravestone doji. And there is this long wick, which represents buying pressure. Although there is, we could say it could be a selling pressure, but I want you to look well. It's a selling pressure by definition, but it's a reversal candlestick chart pattern. I'll keep it to that so I don't cause confusion. And after that, now we see this green candle. So this is a nice trade. But now our role is to draw support and resistance and have a better perspective Okay. So when we are going to draw support and resistance, one, we draw a line at the current price. So if you are on your phone, okay, so we draw a line. So you go in these, what do they call it on TradingView? You on your phone, you tap on the plus sign, then you go to trend lines. And when you go trend lines, I want you to come in here and pick a line. There are so many, but I want you to go and pick either a horizontal line or a horizontal ray. So I'll pick a horizontal line. When you pick the horizontal line, it will be in this plus thing that you see on my screen. This plus thing has a plus sign. And this plus sign, the plus sign, you drag it to where you want to draw, then you tap on it. As simple as that. That's what I want to do. So I'll clear off, pick my horizontal line, then I can press it at the current price. To help me see where the market is, that's all. Then, remember we said yesterday that when we are going to trade, we are going to look at one, the T. And we said the T is the trend of the market. And it's very important. So we said we use what we call tier. The trend of the market, which is a variable on your screen. I hope all of us can see that this was a downward trend. If you can see that this was a downward trend, give me a one in the chat. Because I don't want to say it was a downward trend when someone can see it was an uptrend. You see there was power of sellers. If you can see that, give me a one in the chat. Because it is important that you can see it. Because there is nobody who's going to say, just a minute. There is nobody who's going to interpret that. It should be seen by a trader, any good trader, even if you are not good. Okay? Even if you are not good, we shall see indicators that can help us define the trend. Okay? The trend of the market is very, very important. So after seeing the trend of the market, we're now going to go to the second part, and it is also key and important, is our area of focus. So we are going to find our area of focus. Now, it is done by still stuck there. Okay. I think it has picked area of what? Of focus. So we identify the trend. We can identify the trend by drawing lines above the candles, and that's also important. But we are going to look at the area of focus, and then we are going to end with our execution points. And we said in what we discussed that when the market is on a downtrend, we draw lines above the candles. So if you are not yet good, you come here on these trend lines. You come here on trend lines, these ones, and then you pick up a trend line. And then you put it at the higher high here, point, and you draw a line. So because you have drawn the line above it, you can definitely see that this is a downward trend. So the first step, ladies and gentlemen, is to draw a free line above the candles where you are trading to identify the trend of the market. And definitely all of us can see that in this area, the trend of the market is a downward trend. That is one. Okay. Now we have also identified that this is going to be our area of focus. Now we have identified the trend, we have identified our area of focus. Now we are going to look for execution points. Execution. When I talk about execution, we are talking about entry and what? And exit in the what? In the market. Okay. Now our second step, ladies and gentlemen, after having identified the trend, we are looking at that small area. We draw a line at the current price. After drawing the line at the current price, we look very critically. We look below, we look above, and below our current price to find areas where the market was resisted, it never continued going up, and where the market was supported, it never continued going down. And we are going to draw lines there. Why is this one now raising the hand? What's the problem? What's the problem?
Good morning, leader.
Morning.
Now I'm a little just confused with this trend line that you have drawn. Why is it touching only two candles up there? Yet you said it has to.
I'm not here to force. You don't force the line. You're not forcing it. You draw it freely.
You draw it freely, even if it's
You
not
don't
touching.
draw according to what you like. You draw according what is available. What's the confusion now coming from? You are just drawing a line above the candles. As simple as that.
This point here.
What's the problem with the point?
Because it is away from the candles.
Oh, how do you want it to be? You don't force anything. You don't draw according to what you want. I know what you want. You want me to draw it, to try to draw it to the candles. It's not important. You are drawing it above. You're not drawing it on the candles. I don't know if I'm clear.
Yes, you're clear there.
You are drawing it above the candles. You're not drawing it on the candles. I don't know if how you get it. You don't need to force it. Eh?
I get it now.
Now you get it. Eh?
Yes, I do.
Do not force the line. When you force it, you will get wrong results. You just draw the line. Okay. No. So, look at the current price. You draw the line. Look above the current price. Where was the market? Never continued going up. And look below where the market never continued going down at your area of focus. So, I will come here on these trend lines, and I'll pick a horizontal line. Look at the lowest point there, and I draw there a line. So this is the candle that has the lowest point. So I'll look at this lowest point. I draw there a line. If it doesn't get to where I want, always tap in that thing and drag it where you want it. Then you tap once. I've drawn the line. Then I will go above. Look at also the highest point. Then I draw there a line. So what I have drawn is what I have drawn, this is called sorry guys. What I've drawn, still continuing, but it will stabilize. What I've drawn is what we call a resistance line above, and below here, what I've drawn is a support line. But in trading, I want you to recognize something, ladies and gentlemen. When we are drawing this line below, we want to create what we call an area, because an area speaks more sense than a line. We want to construct what we could call a resistance area. And we want also to construct what we call a support area. Now, to do that, we come still and come here on our chart and pick a horizontal line. Below, on the line, we look at the close of the red candle. And if we move from here to come up, we find our first close of the red candle there. This was the close. This is the red candle, but this is the close of that red candle. This that we have created that I'm trying to shade here. It's with this that I'm shading now. This that I'm shading. So I could shade this. This is what we call now a support area. Then on top here, we still come and we also pick a horizontal line. This is the green candle on top, and on top we look for a green candle, the close of the green candle, and at the close we draw a line. So what we have created on top, ladies and gentlemen, this that we have created on top, this, if I was to shade it, this, if I was to shade it, this, it is called a resistance area. Now, we can decide not to draw lines, and we come here and pick another trading tool. Let me see if I could find it sharp first. And this trading tool, ladies and gentlemen, it's not here. I think shapes and what? Not here. Let me see here. No. Is it here? These are patterns. Is it here? Okay, here geometric shapes. And we're going to pick what we call a rectangle. So we shall drag our rectangle at the top, then drag it at the close of that. And so we have created an area. Still come back on geometric shapes, pick our rectangle again from the bottom here, and then we drag it to the close of, I could go here, or I could even go a little bit above. I got this red candle, this one, the long one, because this one is there, but me doesn't give me a lot of sense. So I could still go back to this red to create a bigger area, just to create a bigger area of focus. Okay. Now what we have drawn So I'll remove these lines now. I'll remove the lines because before there were lines. Okay, what we have drawn, if you can see well, we have created a resistance area, and we have created on below a support area using a rectangle. Now, the second step is to see if our areas are strong enough. How do we see if our areas are strong enough? We are going to go back in the past and see. In the previous history, was the market supported in the previous history? Or was the market resisted in those areas? If you could see where we are right now, I'll start from here. You can see what happened here. You can see what happened here. And you can see what happened here. So this is a strong support area because in the history, the market respected this area. By the way, even here, because you see later the market respected that area. We still go back and look in the past. Very important. In the past, the market went a little bit below our area. If you could see clearly here. So what are we going to do, Julius? We are still going to go back here and say we are going to still draw another area. Because if the worst goes to the worst, the market can still move from where it is here and still go down a little bit. So where will our another area be? So we are going to look at this point. If you see this point here, and this point here, plus this one, they are all in the same area. So now that we know how to use the rectangle, we are just going to come and pick the rectangle. And then have a clear picture. I'll pick it from this point, a little bit to the close of the red candle, up, down, down there. And what we have drawn is another support area. And you can see, if you have eyes, that it was respected here, and respected here. So what have we done? We have created support area 1, and we have created support area 2. Now we are going to do the same with resistance. We still look at our current price. And from here, we see another point that is above this place. And all of you can see that the highest point from here is now this one. But the nearby high is this one. Because now we are looking at the nearby. We cannot think about this, but this is the nearby high. And if you have a broad spectrum look in the market, you can see that this here is in the same area with this, is at the same time in the same area with this. This is a little bit above. We may not care so much. But it's also the same area with this. So this is also another important area. Okay? We are doing free technical analysis. There is nothing like I want to enter from here. You want to have a bigger spectrum about what you are doing. Okay, so I'll pick this is the nearby, and then get it to the close of the nearby green candle. I could do this, but if it's not giving me a good picture, I could do this so that I get a good picture of what I'm looking for. And definitely see with your naked eyes that having drawn that, I now have this area, a very important point. This area, a very important point. This area, and so this is also a very important area. Now, I have where I expect the market to head, and I have where I expect the market to head. Give me one in the chart if that is clear. Give me one in the chart if that is clear. Someone says my network is very bad. Is it true? Someone says my network is very bad. Is it true?
No, it is his network.
Okay, thank you, sir. And that's trading, guys, for you. You are able to see where the market is. You are able to see where the market is going. Is that hard? Because that's the way the business is. Is that hard? Is that hard? There's a very good coin I want us to trade, because really it's a nice trade. So I will first run away from this coin. This coin is called what? ONT. Have some money. There is some money here being thrown in the market. Can we go and trade this coin? Now, someone is asking, how do you see? I can see with my eyes, guys, without wasting time because of experience. Come here, take 2%. Why, Julius? Can we all see that this is support? Can we all see that this is resistance? This is resistance. This is support. Can we see that? The market has been supported very well, and it is forming green candles moving through. Give me one in the chat if you can see this. This I can see. I don't need to do now so much analysis. Give me one in the chat if you can see. Can you see? It's a very nice sweet trade. Julius, make it more clear. You take 2%. It is free money. Me now, I don't need to draw lines. It is experience. Let me bring now candle interpretation. I can see very clearly. I don't need science and SST. Enter. Now, what do I see? I see a lot. Do you see this area? This one here? This is the mini resistance. When the market moved from here, it was resisted. It was supported here before it came up here. So what do I see? I see from here. If this moves from here, the resistance is here, 2%. It is experience. Give me a 2 in the chat if you can also see that. And if someone had found this trade here, there is also something here. Now it's going to break this, then go to this, then break this, then go to this. I'm now going to draw the lines. Give me a 3 in the chat if you can see that. I don't need to do any analysis here. I can see. I told you when the market goes down trades, give me a 3 in the chat if you can see. It can be seen by naked eyes. Naked. No technical analysis needed. It will deliver. Free money. You enter. Take your 2%. It's a sure deal. Now, it's a sure deal. 3 soldiers. No, they are not yet. I trade in the 4-hour time frame. These are not, but maybe it will form them. The 3 white soldiers, maybe it will form them, but they're not there yet. Okay, let me analyze for you this trade. So it is too sweet, guys. Okay, so I will pick my price, my trend line, draw it at the current price to see Okay. Then I pick it again. I look at this lowest point. That's my main support. Pick my line. Look at this. Look at the highest point. That is my main resistance. Now I want to deal with areas because they give me a better picture. So I'll come here, pick my rectangle, pull it at the lowest point, stretch it to the close of the red candle below, which is that. If I'm too stubborn, I might say no. For me to get a clear picture of my rectangle, I'll move it from this lowest point and stretch it to this, the close of this red candle, because they are all in the same area. And now, do you know what has happened? I talked about a breakout candle. When a green candle moves below, guys, let me teach this. But now my time is almost done, but I'll teach this. When a green candle moves below and closes above my area of support, it is called a break. It is called a breakout candle. Now, I can wait for what we call a test candle. Get me well. To confirm a breakout. Now, a test candle is usually a red candle that forms above and comes and closes above here. It is called a test candle. But sometimes you may not get a test candle. You may get a green candle, which we call a confirmation candle, that now starts above where this one started and closes. Now look here at time. Now this one is a 4-hour time frame. Listen very well, guys. This is a 4-hour time frame. For this candle to close, it will need 2 hours, 16 minutes, and 13 seconds. So I change a time frame. I move away from this 1 hour and 4 hours. I go in a lower time frame to make an entry in the market. Am I making sense to somebody? And you see, when I come here, the test candle is already here. There was a breakout candle here, and the test candle is here. Give me one in the chat if you can see it. I go in a lower time frame to make an earlier entry in the market. Give me one in the chat if you can see. This was the breakout candle, and here was my test candle, confirming that now things that were planning to go down have changed. There is a test candle, and there's also another confirmation candle. Ladies and gentlemen, the support has been broken. I go in a lower time frame. The support area has been broken. Now we are heading for resistance. Give me one in the chat if you can see that. I go in a lower time frame to make an earlier entry. And if I move away from 1 hour, because I do this in 4 hours, and I drastically go in for a more lower time frame, let me say 30 minutes. You can see, ladies and gentlemen, clear the market. But now some of these lines, I want to remove them. I don't know if it's what I wanted, but then we move. Okay, this one starts below, closes above, test candle. I make my entry from here, exit. If I had done my analysis faster, I would have taken my profit from there. I will teach you how we measure. But let me go back to the 4-hour time frame. So I have a decision. either to enter current price, because I love longer time frame because they reduce the noise. Let me take you back. Now, this 5 minutes is for scalpers. You see, there is a lot of noise here, guys. Can you see the noise? The noise is the too much momentum movement. There's a lot of noise here. It's very hard for someone to make good analysis and decisions when there's a lot of noise. Because each candle here is for 5 minutes. There's a lot of noise. So me, I go in for a bigger time frame. When I go in for a bigger time frame, I'll wait more, but I'll also make confirmed decisions. Give me one in the chat if I'm clear. When I come to the lower time frame, I can make an entry, but I want to make an earlier entry in the market. That I had found this. You see, I drew it in the 4-hour time frame. When I came here in the 15 time frame, already confirmed I would make my entry around this point. And let me try to measure. You come here. What are these? Okay, these ones. Forecasting. You tap on your trend lines, go down. So I come here, I pick the price range. If I was here, I would make my entry at this point. Then measure. You see, someone who came in the 15 minutes has already taken their 2%. I did my analysis in a time frame. I can come into a lower time frame and make what we call an earlier entry. Give me one in the chat if I'm clear. I make my analysis in a bigger time frame. Then I come in a lower time frame. I make an earlier entry because in the bigger time frame here, it will either be patient. I need to be patient. Or I can still trade. I don't know if I'm clear. I can still trade. Give me one in the chat. Because I've got my confirmations the other side in the lower time frames. So having drawn my support area, I've said I could draw it there, or I could extend it to the close of the other red candle, just to get a bigger picture. So I press it here. Then I stretch it up to there. Then I also do the same here on top. It always just depends. So this is the highest point is there. I could stretch it to there, or I could bring it down back up to there to create a nice looking area. And so supported, resisted. If I'm patient enough, I can pick this trade. Trust me, to get there. But I will take longer. It will get there. Trust me, it will get there. This will be a 5%. It will get there. It's just a matter of time. But in between here, there are some small points where the market was supported and resisted. So we shall draw what we call minor support, minor resistance. So I'll pick this. All of you can see that there is something here. I'll just draw it a little bit small around there. Okay. Still, those are minor resistances, minor support. Then at this morning star here, I also draw another line. Okay. Now, as a nice trader, I may not take a straight 5%. I'll respect those small areas. So I come here, pick my price range. From here, maybe I take up to there. Once it breaks again, I make a second entry from there. Or I can go 2/3 of this journey from here. Instead of me going up to there, I stop. You see, I want you to see, because basically there is this small area here. So I will stop around here because you see, when the market moved from here and went up here, It came here, formed this morning star, moved here, came down here, moved up here. I'll respect these small areas. So me, I will stop around here, measuring my take, and it will deliver. It is just a matter of time. Guys, we shall continue with this tomorrow. I'm past time. I want to wish you a nice day. And you can see if we go back in the past, which I've not done here in this analysis, you can see that the market was resisted here. So it's a major support. Can you see this? What happened here? Because this was resistance on this trade. And this what happened here. So this area is a strong support area. Give me one in the charts if you have learned something. There are so many trades that could give a lot of money after yesterday's retracement. So many. As long as it's this one, huh? Very nice trades. Very nice trades. You can see, if you can see with your eyes, this area here is here. So a lot of money. Money is everywhere now. Money is there because trading is support and resistance. See money. We are going to make money. Thank the market for going down. Can you see, guys, what I see? You see this here? You can see it here, see it here, see it here. It's a very important area. And we can take profit here. We'll break it into these small things and keep taking them as the market is rising. Only I can enter here and take my profit here. It will get there. It's just a matter of time. Why? There's a strong. So we are going to still look at this tomorrow. Draw so many times until it becomes clear to you. I think without decree. Look at Solana, guys. So sweet. So sweet. This, okay. This is an area. Once it's broken and respected, we can see Solana. We can take profit here, around here, and it will deliver. This is around a 5%. And if you look back in the past, okay, so this, if I draw a line here, who's falling in love with trading now? Because once you understand, this was a very good area here. So it will from here, then touch there because there's a strong area. Okay. But then this is a mini. So if I want to enter from here, then I'll take from here because there's like a small resistance area around that place. Who's falling in love with trading? It's simple. Is it hard? And if you're using Royal Q, you enjoy trading because you don't have stop losses. From your current price to the support are your margin calls. It's your drop. From your current price to your resistance is your take profit. Someone says it is very hard. Okay. You know, everything is mindset. I don't think drawing lines is hard. I think it's mindset. See someone's hand up. I'm already past my time, but I'll just pick this, then see you tomorrow. It's just mindset. There is nothing hard here. Why should I pick hands? Guys, see you tomorrow. I haven't done with this topic. I don't think it's proper for me to pick your hands because you need to understand better and better. I don't think it's okay for me to pick your hands now. I don't think it's okay, but let me maybe someone is insisting. Maybe pick one hand. But these things are very easy. They're not hard. Someone has put their hand down. I was picking him, but I don't know. Is it me? Because I see my cursor is a little bit misbehaving. What's your question?
All right. Good morning, Leader Julius. Thank you so much for your teaching. It's helpful. The question I want to ask is this: you have told us some times ago that whenever we want to analyze, we should analyze in a bigger time frame, which I've seen now. You analyze in 4 hours time frame. And you just tell us that whenever we want to make entry, we should make entry at small, that is lesser time frame. So what that means to me is that I should analyze in 4 hours or 1 day, and I should take my entry at maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Is that true? I want to confirm.
Like I would say, there will be self-judgment, because the reason why I love the you decide to go in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. You are becoming what we call a scalper, all right?
Yes, sir.
You are looking at those small profits. If you look at the signals of Coach Musa, it's called scalping. You see, signals are usually 2%, 1.5. It means it goes lower time frames, okay? 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. So you do your analysis in a bigger time frame. You can go and pick a trade in a lower time frame. It is called scalping, okay? But when we are giving our normal signals, we use bigger time frame, okay? That's why you find that our signals delay to deliver. Have you realized that?
Yeah.
Our signals delay. If you compare Coach Musa's signals plus the signals we give, our signals delay to deliver because we use a bigger time frame. Okay.
Which is the best.
That's the difference. When you go to a lower time frame, you are scalping, which is okay as long as. But that's why sometimes when the market goes against you, there, the floating loss is a big deal. Have you realized that?
Yeah.
It's a big deal because if the market doesn't hit your take profit, you get harmed and you stay on the top of your game. I don't know if it's clear.
It's clear. Thank you.
All right. Okay, I see someone else with a hand. Please ask it. Ask it, then I want to come to the end. But feel free to anybody to ask it. I want to be a billionaire. All right. So fucking bad. See you tomorrow, guys. Things I never had. Thank you.